Sometimes I like to wake up and just throw myself outside as quickly as possible. Creates this sort of disorientated feeling that gives me a bit of an edge, I like to think. I also use the Homer Simpson makeup application system, the one he made for Marge, which is basically he puts the makeup in a shotgun and she shoots herself in the face. I have a similar thing. I kind of just throw it all on, and then I'll go around and take off the excess that looks kind of weird. And it's a good way when I want to get out and I can't overcome my OCD to not put it on, you know. I feel naked without it. Like I did a video a couple nights ago where I, in a rare moment, filmed myself to make a face. And I didn't have makeup on. It just looks so weird. I don't know, man. It's been this way since I was 14, 15, something like that. But anyway, a thing I try not to wear during the day are sunglasses, because when you the way you get nutrients from the sun is through the eyes. That's where you get the most important stuff, and that's why there was a campaign in the 1930s, I believe it started, to throw sunglasses onto film stars and popularize them. They'd be showing up to movie premieres with fucking sunglasses on. It's kind of, at the time, it must have looked like, what the fuck is it? I'm sure there were people like us that were like, what the fuck is this? Why would you do this? I mean, you can see the films of it too. Like, they're just showing up at premieres at night. So-and-so looks fabulous in their sunglasses. Everyone's got sunglasses. Even Mae West. It's like, it was such a forced meme, you could tell. Well, maybe not then. I think people were very much entrenched, I think it was both, entrenched in the spellcraft. So they didn't have really a chance to suss that out. There was no reason to, because like, I mean, I remember a time in my life when I was like that too. Like, you just accepted things at face value. Because when you're born into this world, I mean, you don't know anything, or you don't remember anything is really the key point there. So you gotta have to rely on everyone to tell you the truth. In fact, you don't even understand the concept of deception. So you just think everything's like, okay, that's that. And I mean, I think of all the things in my life that I looked at that were patently ridiculous and weren't real. And I just assumed they were, because it's like, and it'd be one of those things you'd be watching on Discovery Channel or something, you know, with somebody and be like, isn't that crazy? It's like, yeah, that's real crazy. Like, I don't see how that could be real. You'd get moments like that. But for the most part, when you're under the spell, man, and I'm still under the spell. I mean, I still struggle with stuff, you know. There's some real powerful magic, man, you know. And that doesn't go away overnight. It's a lot of work. You got to work at it. You know, it's actual work. So I just woke up, right? I've been trying to get out during the day more because of the sun, as I just mentioned. But I don't even know what the fuck is up with that sun that we have here. Yes, everything's a schizo-tier conspiracy with me. Because it is. It all is. The thing is, it's not like conspiracy. It's not being hidden. It's just out there in the open. It's just there for you to decipher if you can. You know, some guys can just find meaning in things that I can't see, or photographs, or, you know, some guys I got here that are really good at doing words. You know, it's like, it's everywhere. It's not being hidden. The conspiracy is the actual conspiracy theory as a term and as a thing, because all conspiracy means is a secret plan between one or more people. If you don't think that that's happening anywhere in the world, then God bless you. You must have a good life. Bliss. Ignorant bliss. Now, once you know, ignorance would never be bliss once you understand. Or begin to understand. I make a mistake of saying that all the time. Like, all right, my life changed concerning this once I started to understand. Started being the takeaway word here. Just beginning. I mean, I'd need a couple more lifetimes of accrued information and memories to try to sort some of this stuff out. Or, you know what, as I say that, that's what I used to believe. But with the speed of the awareness taking place among people who can see this type of stuff, it's like you don't even have to learn things. It's just they just appear in your hard drive one day, because you have all this information anyway. I've talked about this before. It's like in your DNA. It's like a code. And yeah, I could be using the wrong word there. You get the nucleus, you get the cells. However, no, the DNA would be the information, right? So it's just like a computer byte, like a thing that has all the information on it. It tells you everything you need to know about anything you could possibly want to ask. It's all there. So it's not a case of learning from an outside source. It's a case of just quieting the inside of your mind to remember this stuff. That's why meditation is so effective for so many people. I just can't do it. I've tried. You know, I'll continue to try, but when I sit there, I'm just like, fuck, man. Gotta leave the sink on. All right, once I do this one last thing, you know, then I'm gonna, for reals, meditate. This never happens. My mind's too active. I'm always, like I woke up, half hour ago, did my shotgun makeup, threw some clothes on, and like there's a bunch of different subjects screaming to be heard. What about this? What about that? How's that going? What's happening with this? And that's why it's scary to me that some people, I mean, I'm not saying that's average or normal. I don't know what it is. I only have one brain so to access, to see. So I can't really say what is baseline normalcy. But there's some people that just think, wow, what time is Cheesecake Factory closing? No, seriously, bro, what time is Cheesecake Factory closing? Like that's what's going on in their head. You know, it's the same thing with the picturing an apple thing. Imagination, because imagination is the key to all of this shit. It's the key to manifesting. It's the key to creating the world around you, is your imagination. How much detail and how much energy, thought you can put into something makes it hardens the cement. So yeah, the sun, what they got here, that turns on during the day, it's not like the sun I remember as a kid. And I know you remember things as a kid and it's all different and it's all, whatever. But I spent many years as a nighttime guy. I was a musician, performer. I spent a lot of time in clubs, and I was a nighttime guy. I didn't see the day all that much. I certainly didn't spend any time in it. And look at this skin. You're not gonna walk around. But when I moved here like 8 years ago, it's unavoidable. You're just, it's a tropical climate. But I started to enjoy it and get used to it and understand the importance of it. Simultaneously, I started to realize there's something up with the fucking sun. Like as I was saying a minute ago, when you were a kid, it was high in the sky, and it was a yellow kind of warm glow. In fact, the reason Superman has powers as far as canonically in the DC universe is because our solar system has a yellow sun, and that's what powers him. I don't know anyone that would call this, the thing we have here, yellow. It's a white searing blob. And it's no longer way up in the sky. Excuse me. It's like right above the buildings. You know, like when I'm walking down these streets during the day, it's like I could walk by a building and the sun it'll eclipse the sun. It's like right there. It hangs right there, and it's very burny. When I'm out there, it's like you can feel your skin burning. And my wife says the same thing, and she's Asian, so she doesn't have the same kind of, sensitivity I have, at least not in that area. But that's not the fucking same sun. Something went on. I mean, the whole thing about the localized sun situation, I don't know how that works. I mean, there are guys that have a lot of great theories, and they understand that stuff a lot better than I do. I just know that there's something off with it. It's this burning white, searing ball. It feels like, I don't want to use the word nuclear, it feels toxic. Like, it feels like it was chemically made. It doesn't feel natural. It's not that natural warm glow. It's like a chemical feeling, a chemical kind of heat. The moon has always been kind of fucking weird too. I mean, you can see that thing during the day when it's like half illuminated. And the thing is, illumination doesn't work like the way the moon shows. Like if something's illuminated, a circle or a globe or whatever, a ball is illuminated, the ends of them wouldn't have illumination. The illumination would be in the middle. Yet when you look at the moon, it's completely LCD, like shining bright all the way to the end, which isn't how light works on anything, unless there's lights in it lighting it up all the way to the end. Yeah, that's just not my area of expertise, but that's the kind of thing where, I'm always open to finding new insights about it, and when I do, I add it to the unconscious computer, and I reevaluate whatever the fuck I'm talking about. I reevaluate my stance on it and try to figure it into everything else. It's a crazy world. So here, night on the strip. I don't want to say what night because sometimes I sit on these videos and I'll post them like a week later, so I don't want to confuse anybody. Also, that is a great excuse because I don't know what day it is. So there we go. So it works for both of us. These Jesus guys that they put out here with these really professionally made signs, like they're out there to make the religion and to make worship look bad, without a doubt, man. And they always have these really standardized, professionally made signs. Cigarette works like a charm. Yeah, like that's because the guy will always be some kind of psychotic guy, like, you're all going to hell, you're all going to burn, like unhinged almost. And they have this beautiful sign that looks like it was made by a pro graphic shop. And then if you look at the guys, like, it's the same kind of signs that are made for other kind of protesters here. So there's some kind of, and I know that's really schizo-conspiratorial, but it's, I don't know, that's just what I've observed. There's some kind of budget for bullshit here, for nonsense. There's a lot of weird nonsense here. I mean, it's a huge human trafficking area. There's a budget for the nonsense. But yeah, no one like that talks about the Bible or God or anything is like, just standing there with their sign. Hi, how are you doing? Handing out pamphlets. They're always screaming like this dude. And he's always screaming. Like, it's like it repels you, keeps you away. It makes you think, oh, those religious people are crazy. And that's the desired effect. That's what they want you to think, I'm trying to keep the camera away from people. I do my best. Sometimes I don't. Or if I see something interesting, I'll usually try to grab it. But a lot of stuff I see after the fact, like JCIA, a commenter, a guy that watches always has, he looks at this stuff and it's like he's got a different set of eyes. He's like, yeah, at this point, fast forward to this, rewind to that. It's like, wow, man. And sometimes I'll look at his stuff and I can't figure it out, and I start to think I'm a brainlet. Like, why can't I see it? Honey, look at this. What is this? It's like, oh, it's a fire hydrant. I'm like, all right. Okay, all right. You go back to watching Korean drama. I'm gonna stare at this film for a little bit longer. But yeah, like it's really packed out here. Wow, I think I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it's Tuesday night. Let me just look. Hold on. I was right. It's Tuesday night. All right, this is getting a little long, and I'm almost where I'm gonna go. So thanks for stopping in. Don't blame the teacher, blame the school.